Good evening, everyone. This is Gargi Sarka, the founder of Brand Consultant, and right now I'm sitting at the Otters Club. Okay, and I'm going to do an interview with someone who's a brand consultant. I had shared earlier with everybody that we would go live and regular basis. I'm going to talk about people, and I'm going to talk about brands and how brands have been built, okay, using brand gestures, starting from positioning, start logo design, and how it helps to build brands, right? So that has been a conversation I had 2 weeks ago. So now what I'm doing is, it will be a very interesting conversation every week, or maybe once in 2 weeks I will have one videos which is going to talk about how brand building is important, and I'll even have other brand consultants talking about different spaces of brand building. So starting from one person right now, because I'm sitting at Otters Club and I'm sitting with someone. So starting from there, and post that I will also have myself talking about different kinds of brands. How are
Hello,
you?
hi Gargi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. It's a beautiful day,
It is.
so one will be good.
Should be good. Great. So tell me, Aditya, you are a brand consultant and you have been a brand consultant for some time now, and you've also launched your own app which is to do with kids. So how have been your experience till now being a brand consultant, and what kind of brands have you built from scratch? If you can just give us a little bit of light on that.
In my journey, I worked across categories, whether they were technology categories, FMCG, etc. Each category throws up its own interesting challenges. And a category that I actually underestimated in terms of challenges was the biscuit category. And I was pleasantly surprised when I worked on a brand called Britannia Treat, where the cream biscuit category was owned by a formidable competitor called Oreo. We all know about Oreo.
Absolutely.
And when kids thought about cream biscuit, they thought about Oreo. And that was a kind of memorable advertising that Oreo had done. So the task was even tougher, is that how are we going to reclaim our position in the cream category when there's a dominant player called Oreo who actually owns the category.
Right.
So the task was tough, the challenge was interesting, and we decided that what we need to do is go back to the drawing board. There are two components of any brand strategy, very strong components. One is the product itself, what are its inherent strengths, and the other is the consumer who's consuming the product.
Right.
When we look at the cream category, and sometimes things are very obvious. What is most important in the cream category is the cream itself,
Right.
which is in the middle of the biscuit, in between the two shells. When we looked at the consumer, what was not so obvious was that the kids' life today is regimented. It's not just about studies, it's studies, tennis, computers. Parents want their kids to be good at everything. Life gets more and more regimented, and therefore the real fun in a kid's life, sadly enough, but interestingly enough, lies in the middle. It's those in between 15-20 minutes in a day, like the short break, long break, or it's the half an hour between studies and tuitions, is when kids steal that moment of fun.
Right.
Stealing that moment of fun is what we call fun in the middle. And we realize that fun in the middle is applying to the kids' regimented life. It is also applying to the middle of the biscuit. And we said, bingo! Here's a proposition that adds back to the product and beautifully adds back to the consumer's life and helps Britannia Treat own the cream in the cream biscuit category.
Perfect.
And actually then put up a fight against Oreo.
Yes, so actually when I think of it, as you're sharing this, think of it, it's called purposeful marketing. So basically the concept itself could be utilized by others also. Like elders can also use this as a thought. If you think about it,
So
as
fun in the middle applies
fun in the middle could be,
everybody's life.
yeah. So we are all children by heart,
Yes.
if you really think about it. So we all of us are. We have our child in us, but fun in the middle could be utilized for people who are.
Yeah, all of us need fun in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
In today's stressed, regimented life
Absolutely,
that we
absolutely. And this is
But the surprising fact was that it could even be connected to a kid's life.
Correct.
And that is what made the whole thing so interesting. And of course, the ultimate goal was to sort of build the brand in a way that the brand owns the category, or even if it doesn't own the category, at least it becomes well entrenched in the consumer's mind.
Correct.
That it is a cream biscuit and there's yummy cream in the middle. So that was established. The brand track studies showed that Britannia Treat actually started catching up with Oreo when
Perfect.
it came to owning the cream in the cream category. And apart from that, the clients spoke of sales went up after 6-8 months of advertising. It made a tangible difference on sales as well. So all in all, made a lot of sense, but it doesn't stop there. It also influenced the design of the product under Treat. All products that came under Treat after that had something to do with fun in the middle.
Nice.
So the design, the product, everything was influenced by that. And even digital marketing and the content was a lot about how you can steal moments of fun in the middle.
Yeah.
I
So
think
it
it's a
was an
very
overall
integrated strategy.
campaign, correct.
Yes.
So it was an overall campaign that got built with just one line that you had created for the brand.
And the other great part of it was that I thought this was the positioning that I had cracked, but the creative loved it so much and it actually became the
Tagline itself. Amazing. So yeah, so that's what I want to just share, that how does a brand can utilize one tagline and make it larger than life for themselves, right? And it is possible to do that, right?
Yes.
So you just utilize one tagline or a one line that you actually, I'll make it more simpler for everybody. Let's not use tagline, the word, just like a line that is there, which is fun in the middle.
Yeah, it's more than
So-
just a tagline, it became a
Guiding
for all
force.
marketing activities in the future.
Right. So in everything was fun in the middle could be a great event that you create out of this. You can have a digital campaign out of this. So there could be so many things could be done with just the word fun in the middle. So that's the power of
New
a
product
brand.
innovations around fun.
Correct. And that's what actually a brand tagline does. If you really know how to utilize it and make it larger than life, it can actually become larger than life. That's the power of a brand. So thank you, Aditya, for this amazing snippet of the idea of how positioning helps.
Thanks.
So I would definitely like to say something that today we have been in a space where we utilize brand positioning, and that helps all of us to build brands from scratch. So yeah, thank you so much. This is Gargi signing off. Thank you. Let's have a great evening. Bye. Take care.